Hi, my name is Ingrid Dohm and I'm going to make a beautiful little arrangements for my anniversary flowers. My children made a wonderful anniversary party, 50th anniversary party, and I thought I can not wait any longer because those flowers are already dying and they're so wonderful. So I'm just going to make a quick anniversary bouquet, which I got from my children. So here we go. And those flowers are absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to get into it. A little touch of pink also in here. It's a hard color to mix here. But it's so beautiful. I think I got it. Again, be careful. Don't mix too many colors. 2 to 3, and that's pretty much all you want to mix. If you have too many colors, you really don't. You get more mud out of it. So just be careful. Don't overdo it. It's easy to overdo. I love this yellow and a little touch of pink to it. It seems like this is the right color together. A little bit more pink maybe. Yeah, that's nice. So here we go. There's one wonderful one here again. A little touch more pink. Because everything dries lighter anyway when you paint. So it's always a little it gets almost lighter when you paint those, put this on the paper. So I love this little buds here. They're almost like little roses. I can't quite figure out, and they're so pretty. Here we go. And there's the other little one. I must admit, I do not know this name. Everyone is asking me about this, and I haven't figured it out yet. I'm going to eventually find this name from this flower. They are very pretty. So I'm going to do one of those green leaves out here. And here I'm watching out a little not to touch it. So, okay, go next to the next one. Again, maybe I should go a little lighter here. And they do remind me of roses, these flowers. They just have the same petals. So now I'm going to go to the delphiniums. I love those really much. Here we go. Got a little move to the side here, but I'm going to get this anyway. I love those little delphiniums. They're really nice color this time. I have one here too. I bought this brush last time at my son's house because I did a few. He filmed some of my painting sessions, and first I didn't like it at all, and now I really like this brush. Didn't think I would ever like it, so now here I am using it all the time. Those are little cute flowers too. I love those little flowers, but they're a little cumbersome because there are just so many petals in one, but they're really cute. And I'm not, as you see again, I'm not all that perfect with them, but I'll bring them out afterwards somehow with the darks. There's one more little touch of parted. And then a little delphinium. Oops, touched it a little bit. I gave a lesson last week at the Clem Arboretum, and these ladies have never painted before, and it was interesting. She wrote me a note, the lady who brought the painting session. She said, "Oh my gosh, I never realized how difficult it is to paint with watercolors. This gives me much more appreciation now to your talent now." And it was really interesting how she said this, because I think most of the people don't really realize it is a challenge to paint with watercolors. It isn't that easy. And sometimes people just think we're just playing around here. But no, we don't play. We're pretty serious about it when we paint those paintings. But since we painted those when we were children, with watercolors, people still think it's a children's play, and it isn't. It's just pretty serious, those paintings. They are not that simple to do. And so it was so sweet of her to send me a thank you note and say, well, now I appreciate these paintings much more. Oh, did I come out a little too fast? Well, I'm going to try this here. I love this fine things here. Now with this brush I really can be fine. I really because it has such a beautiful tip, as you see here. So gorgeous. Because with the other one I paid quite a dear price for it, but after a while it loses the tip. So this is a fun one again. Again, so we have a few coming out here. I love those little fine lines here. And I don't have the patience, as you see again, to be perfect with it. But everything will work itself out really nicely. So I see a few more in there. Oh. So now I'm going to just right away, my son wants to get going, so I'm going to just put the things in there right away I'm going just to put a few pull a few petals out here. one. Here I am outside on the porch again, and I do love to listen to the birds. Okay, let's see if I'm going to manage this here. A little challenge here, but I think I will. I think I will. Okay. Okay, there's a little bud too. I like those little buds. They're really like a rosebud. A little bigger one too, but anyway. So it is very important that you pay attention to all this, to the proportions of your painting. Sometimes it runs away. There are so many flowers in there, and here I am. Keep on going and going, and oh my goodness, I have so many in there now. But just pay attention to those proportions. It's very important. Yeah, I'm going to sneak something in there because I like this. Okay. A little challenging to paint, but don't be shy of trying it out. And again, I won't be perfect on it. I just want to get some little dark things in there. And see, I always leave some bites out because I think that's the most important things. Up, touch something, kiss something with some the dark green, but that's okay too. I'll make it work. When the sun is dry, I put some yellow dots in there. There are little dark yellow dots in there now and then. And here I'm going to go with the purples a little bit. As you see, I keep on touching, trying different things, go from one to the other one. I don't just finish one flower and then go to the next. I go constantly. So everything grows together rather than one flower is done, the next flower is done. I don't do this, and really don't know why. It's just I think sometimes we have our problem when we have one beautiful flower and then we are scared to go to the next one. Will we ruin the whole painting? And so if we do it constantly together, we won't have this problem. We won't get into this because everything is done and different at the same time, so you don't jump ahead of anything. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's all very bland now. I'm just going to put some dark things. Now it's really pretty wet still around here because I'm outside and the humidity is really strong here. So but I want to get it fast done. I want to just keep on going. And sometimes the faster you go, sometimes the less you think and the better it is. But sometimes we think too much about everything and then we get worried and all kinds of things. So don't think too much about any flower, any painting. So there's always a shadow. You don't want to have the vase float too much around. There's always a shadow here. I think maybe put just background down there. I love my yellow background. I know people say you're always doing a yellow one. Yes, I tried all kinds of backgrounds and end up with the yellow always because I like it the best. So soft doesn't take away from the flower arrangements, nothing. So you have a real strong background. It's almost, well, yeah, it works too. Yeah, some people just love it this way. I'm still always on the other, I love the lighter ones, the light backgrounds. And as I always say, let the watercolor do some work. Sometimes you think, oh my gosh, it's all messed up, but it isn't. Usually it'll come out okay. It's definitely the little greens and blues in there, a little bit touch of it. So just going to put this in there a little bit. And then when I don't like it, I go somewhere else. This, when you are not sure if it's dry or not, take the back of your hands with your finger and try if it's dry or wet. So you will know if this is how the whole thing is really wet. So if I go into it now more, I kind of lose it. It's really, it's up, here you go. I just touched it again. So see what the watercolor, and sometimes I don't mind it at all what the watercolor does. And sometimes it's, oops, that's too much. So, but on the darks, we do have to pull the darks out. I'm losing those little yellow buds. And I'm going to see if I can pull it out. Cannot promise if I can pull it out. But it is okay too. We have to figure out what we do afterwards. If it's not coming out, there's some way of doing something around it. So as you notice, I'm trying to leave the yellow line here. Since it's so wet, it's maybe creep right into it. I don't know for sure. And this definitely creeped right into it, and I don't like it. So just touch it and then leave it alone again. When you see this, my son does a pretty good job coming close to me. As you see how wet this whole thing is. It's all, I couldn't even paint it if I tried to do this. It's just because it's so wet still. Trying to get this leaf out here. I'm trying to do this one here. Maybe it's still too wet, but I go anyway. And while I paint something, I see something else, so I jump right over there. Maybe it's not always the best, but I can't help myself. See how it's snuck into this one? Because it's so wet. Here, I'm going to just take it off a little. Did you see how this works so nicely? So don't panic if here again too, snuck in here. And probably won't come out anymore all the way, but I can go darker in the reds, so it's not so bad. And this one I didn't do. Green is trying to sneak in there too again, but it's okay. Ha! It's really sneaky here. Okay, that's can't go much faster because this darn thing is pretty wet here. Let's see the glue again. Oh, really nice and glue here. Yeah, I can't resist to do a little dribble here. Have to do this. Love it. This makes it fun. It's the fun part of it. So, it's too wet here. I just see it can't go anywhere if it's too wet. But don't be afraid of it. Things are a little wet, so it's a little wet. So I can't get into the green yellows in there in the between, but I like to go really here. That's too wet also, again. I think I missed the side is the yellow. Don't leave ever your good brushes in the water, so which is easy to do, so always make sure to pull it right out. This really got dark here because of got so wet, but I don't mind it anyway, so we'll see what's coming out. Don't be ever afraid of having some crazy things in here. Now I have to really wait to have this dry, otherwise I can't get it in. It'll always get light again because of the wetness. If I go into it, it runs away again from me. So, now I'm going to show you something. It's really not done yet at all, but I can't go on more. But I will just show you how it looks when you put it on in a mat right away. At least lay down the mat. Oh, what happened here? It's amazing. I think this is the right mat, but it's, let me just show you. I don't even mind it. It's so loose. Kind of a fun painting here. So you put it in here. It's so much better right away. Maybe even leave it this way. Maybe let it dry now, and maybe I leave it this way, or maybe I go into it a little bit more. I'm not quite sure yet, but the mat really makes a big difference. Always have a mat ready, and then lay down, and that doesn't look bad at all. I think it looks very attractive. So that's my short little period of doing my anniversary flowers. Thank you so much for watching it.